Why, hey there, YouTube. It's Michelle. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's had a great week. I am coming towards the end of a really big project. I finished my sixth Traveler's Notebook insert and have created the case for all six and am excited to show you this evening. So I'm going to turn the camera around, so I hope no one gets dizzy as I do this, and we will look at Rein, which is our purple one. Okay, so I'm just turning us around and going down. There we go. So this is Rein. This is the purple Traveler's Notebook insert that I have made for my rainbow set. And this was fun. It was fun. I had just done a purple file folder notebook or journal memory keeper. And so I wasn't excited about doing purple until I got into it and decided to do something a little bit different. I know that everyone talks about Daphne's Diary, but before Daphne's Diary, there was Victoria. And this magazine, for me, just absolutely gorgeous. Same types of things, definitely with vintage mindset, lots of beautiful florals, recipes, different shops, etc., etc. And I started, I'm not sure, probably mid-90s, getting them, and I have whole sets of these, and so just hard to bear with or to part with because they are so pretty. This particular edition was March and April of 2014, and I had two of them, but the reason that I picked this up was because I knew it had lots of purples and mauves and pinks in it, and I decided to dress up the insert with not only embellishments from Creations by Jinx and stash items, but to use fussy cutting from the magazine. So let me show you what are some of the things that I've done. I dyed papers. I'd shown a page where I dyed papers using, this is some crushed grape drink mix. I put all 6 packets in a big huge bowl with a little bit of water so that the color would be concentrated so the papers were actually purple. I've been using this Tim Holtz stencil here, but I added to it this one here with some bird cages. So I did some stenciling. Wanted to show you the paper pad that I used for all of the outward covers. It's a Prima pack, and it just says A4 paper pad, timeless memories. Use this because 1, they're double-sided, and 2, it's a very sturdy cardstock. And so here's one that I didn't use, a page I didn't use. So again, with it being double-sided, you get, more bang for your buck. So this was the pad that I used to make all of the different inserts. And then if the color wasn't there, then I did the stenciling. Like on this one, there's a little bit of plum, a little bit of mauve in this, but I did the stenciling to accentuate the color of the insert. Another thing that I used, and I didn't show this was the paper stack that I used for the blues. And I also used this on my overall Traveler's, the holder. And so I'll show you that later on. But I got this. This is a Paper Studio stack. But the paper, although it's one-sided, it's got texture to it. So I'm not sure if you can see the texture, almost like a linen-like texture. But it's super sturdy, so it was easy to use it to cover the cardboard that I used for the case. And this is, again, this was the stack I used for my blue insert. So I think that's all I have to show you over here for now. I will show you the plans and how I came up with my case. in a second. But let's get into Rein. And so it starts off with the outside. This beautiful piece of sari fabric was from Jennifer's shop. And so I gingerly cut off. It's about this big. So this was the end piece, and it was kind of, it wasn't a straight cut. So I cut this off, so I still have a piece left. But I used that and some stash trims, and this little flower was from her shop as well. And then just stash lace on the spine, covering up the pamphlet hole stitch. And this time I used embroidery thread. So let's get inside. Again, the insert has been tied with an organza ribbon, and that's just to make them smaller. So see, even with this, you can see because the inserts are closed, it's gaping, but it's not, it would be really bad if all of those were open. So here's this. When you open it up, and this you'll be able to see how I have fussy cut flowers from the magazine to embellish the pages. So here's one spread here that goes across. It goes this way and across the back. And then here's a book that's on the back. And so these were things I just fussy cut out of the magazine. Just some really beautiful floral images. So let's open up the insert real quickly, and I'll flip through. So here we go on the first page here. You can see my purple dyed paper, and I did put doilies on there, so it's really pretty patterns. This is just a note card. I fussy cut this it's a stack of textiles with some things on top, and then there's just a tag stuck on the top of that. Open that up, and then on the other side, so see how I went a little bit further with the stenciling, and there's even a little bird cage on there, but all of it you can write over it. It's a piece of parchment paper that's purple. Here's a page on there with a to-do list. Skin it. All of the purple pages, I did not stencil them this time, but I did do some heavy distressing on the sides. So here's that. You can see the colors, real pretty purples, and again, just a lot of distressing, lots of writing space. Here's some design paper that I colored as well. Got a glassine bag with just some different pieces of ephemera. This is Cameo Shop. This is Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Back there. Open this up. Double pocket. There's a little tiny pocket down here with a inchy, and then see how there's a cutout from the magazine. Some more ephemera, Cameo Shop, Ephemera's Vintage Garden. This is from the Flow book, piece of vellum that has purple flowers in it. More of the purple paper. And then this is another note card. It has a tissue paper. Well, it's not the tissue paper I actually copied onto some copy paper because I just really liked it. This butterflies from Jennifer's shop. There's ephemera in there. There's also some ephemera back in the back. And this is an envelope. This was repurposed. My daughter got an invitation or something, a card, and I just adhered that to the outside of the note card. And over here is a collage again from the magazine and a paint chip butterfly. There's that. Look at the books, bookshelf. And so I just put it in the corner, and this is the other side of the envelope, so it made a perfect place for a tuck spot there. Again, just using the florals from the magazine, just so pretty and just different. Here, let me stick these back in here. There we go. Another sheet from the Flow book. Design paper, tuck spot. Here's some seed packets. Those were cut out the magazine. Just some journaling cards. And again, I did on anything that was pretty plain, I went on ahead and stenciled. Purple paper with distressed edges. And then we're coming on the center of the insert. And so this is a piece of design paper. I've got different, here, those are Sizzix cards. And I just colored them in the shades of purple. And there's some more ephemera stuck in there. Open it up, a little envelope with the inchy. There's another floral fussy cut picture. Here we've got some floating butterflies, and those are from paint chips. The inside, the back page of this little tuck has a glassine bag that's been run through an embossing folder. This is from Jen's shop. Here's a piece of just some ephemera. It's got some fancy fibers on it, and more cut out, tags. And plenty of journal space. Got one of Sue Olson. She's the innkeeper, one of her dresses. And some note paper there. It's a statue, a flower, fussy cut from out the magazine. And on the back, I have one of my Ann Tainter ladies. FYI, never LOL. But she's got hydrangeas behind her. And pocket. And the grape stained index cards, some ephemera. That's Ephemera's Vintage Garden. That's some Prelude. And here's another glassine packet. It's been run through a doily embossing folder. There's a tag in there. There's some stash trim. This is a flower from Jen's shop. This was just a flower I had, and then I put another little flower on top. That's from Jen's shop. And Jen's shop is Creations by Jinx. And that's just for fun, because they had this really pretty purple a petal in the fruit salad there, so that's there. The parchment paper. Here's the back of that note card, and you'll see the stenciling. There's that. Got another flower cut out from the magazine. And then there's the back. All done. So let me show you real quickly this. I'll just tie this up real quickly and put it in its proper place in the holder. And so it goes right here. We've got green. So we have Envy, we have Yarrow, we have Autumn in July, we had, I forgot, Fiery. This is Rein, which goes right in there, and I'm So Blue. And so you see there are the fits right in there. And see, this is big enough for all 6. Isn't that look pretty? How it goes from the green to the color. I just love the way this came out, y'all. I gotta tell you. So let me show you the front. Well, really it's 2 sides. And I used a piece of, so let me tell you how I fashioned it. I knew that the width of each of the inserts was 4.5. So I knew I wanted my cover to be larger.